I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. It has an automatic switcher on. Hi. Whoa, why am I giant? I'm still eating my breakfast. Ah. Let's get YouTube chat up here. Boop, boop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where's YouTube chat? Reset transform? Why is it... Where is the YouTube chat? Ah, there it is. Oh, it's locked. That's why I couldn't see it. Oops. Sorry, there's no music. 1 second. Ah, I accidentally started everything off too early. The auto scene switcher screwed me. Just in time for the Switch stream. Twitch returns. Whatever. Whatever. YouTube's got to get some love too. YouTube's got to get some love too. I do gotta finish my food real quick though. Hello all. Good morning. The worst part, oh sorry. Woo! Welcome to YouTube. For YouTube viewers who don't normally tune into Twitch, I stream on Twitch a lot more than YouTube. I've learned that a lot of people don't realize just how much I stream on Twitch. So I feel like I'm gonna be saying it a lot. But, so I'm still eating my mini wheats. Okay, I pounded back my mini wheats. Oh boy. Okay, so we have a list of things to fix, and we also have a list of things to finish. So, and I'm trying to be somewhere at 1:30. So I gotta end stream at 1:30. This needs fixing. This is the first thing on the list. That's a lot of sugar? I feel like people always say that mini wheats are bland and gross. I mean, I disagree. But yeah, I was like shotgunning my mini wheats. It's hard to shotgun mini wheats, by the way. Those suckers are big. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yep, I think I fixed it. Okay, first thing done. A lot of the fixes are always really quick. This next one is less easy. There's supposed to be many. They're really not. Honestly, they're only many. Do you know what a full-sized wheat looks like? It's about 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters. It's huge. It's a gigantic brick. It's the size of your bowl. It's one brick the size of your bowl. That's why they're called mini wheats, because there's a miniature version of the gigantic brick. Didn't get a notification I was live? Boo. Well, I mean, I'm on YouTube, so gotta hit that bell if you want that notification. Okay, so the robe here. So what's happening right now is if you take the robe off, these shadows are still here. So probably what we should do is we should just have the shadow disappear when the robe comes off, because why not? There we go. Good, good, good. Chest bead gaps. That's kind of a harder one. We'll put that on the side. There's levels of bell. Okay, I put mine on the highest level. This is one that I noticed that I forgot to add physics to this guy. God, Andy's locked. Okay, so this guy needs some work. Let's see here. Angry emote. Oops. Emote fizz. There's everything, unknown YouTube magic, and nothing. To be honest with you guys, I have never turned on notifications for a single YouTuber. I just very religiously check my subscriptions page. Like, constantly. Where's my expression physics? This is where we want this. And this does not need to be this many. In fact, it only needs to be like 6. But honestly, that's even overkill, but whatever. And then we'll have size 1 do this, I guess, because why not? Oops. 2. I just love stupid cartoony stuff like this. I think it has a really nice effect. Oops. And let's synthesize. Oh. Wrong one. I don't know why I went to that one. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. In what way is Twitch currently broken? It's fixed now, apparently. But when I announced the stream, everyone was like, don't stream on Twitch! Even though I honestly knew it was probably gonna be fine by the time I streamed. But, apparently you couldn't see your follows and you couldn't see your own page? Like, you just couldn't see, like, it would just show you, like, oh, that page doesn't exist. Get smoked, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I should have put this for X and Y, but whatever. Also, chat was broken. Oh, if chat's broken, that's not good. Okay, this is the last like rigging fix I have to do, except for the beads, which that's we'll work on that. But and then I wanted to have this like pulse. Who do you think you are? I am. You guys remember that? I did a deep dive into that guy, that bowler. He's a bowler. Did you know that it was surprising to me to find out that bowling is a sport, professional bowling. Many professional bowlers, their parents were professional bowlers. I guess there's very few parents who would see that as a viable career option unless they too were professional bowlers. And then of course, who would even try to do that unless your parent was a professional bowler? Kind of similar to chess. A lot of chess players' parents were also like really into chess. But I don't know. Professional bowling is just such a weird sport to me because there's such a low skill cap. Am I wrong? Am I misunderstanding bowling? I mean, like, at the level they're playing, it's like, if you don't get a strike pretty much every time, you're, like, losing. The ball must roll down the... Any professional bowlers of mini-weights? Me. I would be considered a professional bowler of mini-weights. It's so hard to see YouTube chat. Maybe I have it in the wrong spot. Bowlers would kill me for that. Well, they can come. The bowlers can come. Call them and they shall come. I'm sure they would. Lua clearly never read about the bowling lane oil patterns. Jeez. See, that sounds like a entropy factor. That has nothing to do with their skill. Am I wrong? Are you gonna tell me that I'm wrong? I mean, I guess that's like a thing in golf too, like wind and well, like weather conditions in any sport, but like this is that's a human controlled factor. Oil patterns is a human controlled factor, unlike wind or anything else. Do you think you could take on a professional bowler in a fist fight? No. They're probably really jacked on the right arm, right? They could throw some mean right hooks. No, I don't think I could. And I mean, the movement of bowling, unlike a lot of not similar sports, but some sports don't use like the shoulder, especially like that. And I feel like boxing really heavily incorporates the shoulder if you're doing it right. But maybe I'm just completely wrong. Reminds me of Mystery Men where one of the superheroes had bowling powers. That's rough, buddy. That's how we're gonna do that. And we're gonna link it to breathing. Boxing definitely does, but so does bowling. By that logic, football players should only run forward. Sorry, I missed something. What logic? F it, we bowl. Have you guys bowled a lot? I didn't really bowl that much as a kid, but I like bowling. I bowled somewhat kind of recently-ish. Not really. Okay, we're skipping that one. Okay, now we're gonna go to the actual work that I haven't done yet. And we're gonna try to get it done before 1:30. All the superheroes had questionable powers in that movie, and they were the only people who could get to show up to the audition. Oh my god. Back when I lived in the sticks, my coworkers would beg me to go bowling with them every week. Yeah, that sounds like a sticks activity. Achoo! Oh boy. I've been having such a hard time getting up in the morning recently. An impossibly hard time. I think maybe it's just that, like, there's not a specific time in which someone's forcing me to get up by, you know what I mean? I think that might be it. Because, oh my god, it's seriously impossible to wake up in the morning. I need to, like... Wow! Hey, thank you for the super chat, Zatham. Sub from Realist suggesting to help you reach 2K. Here's a New Year's gift at work, or try to hang out. Ah, we'll have a reasonable time at work. Oh yeah, everyone's back at work today, huh? What are you all doing here, slackers? I'm jobless. What are you all doing here? But thank you so much for the super chat, Zatham. Okay, so back to hands. Let's just block everything else because we don't need anything else. I don't want to see a single other thing in my select, please. You're writing a design doc? Disgusting! Can't believe you're not breaking your back in the comic book mines right now. Did I mention that? Did I mention how much physical So, first of all, the comic book gig is like at most one shift a week. At most. So it's barely ever. It's not even once a week. So yeah, first of all, you're just saying shit. Don't worry about it. But the thing is that it actually was like an insane amount of physical exertion. I was sweating bullets because the comic book shop is very vertical. It's a really small space. So, especially the manga, which is like my specialty, obviously. The manga is exclusively very high up in the air. So, I was putting back, but I was stocking a bunch of manga, and so I had to get up on the stepladder and be like 6 to 8 feet in the air, and then push with all the effort I could muster. I had to push the books like across the bookshelf because I would have to make space for the books I was putting in. It was so. Like even the like folks working there, they're like, we should get a better stepladder because you're making us so nervous. I was like, you know, you know, first of all, I just was nervous from the job, right? I was just nervous from my first day on the job. But then also, like, obviously, like, you're already nervous. Oh, I mentioned this. This is so embarrassing, you guys. This is legitimately like my worst nightmare. Like legitimately the worst nightmare. I showed up a full hour late to my very first day of work. A full hour and 15 minutes late to my very first day of work. Because I just completely forgot and didn't set an alarm. They were so chill about it. They were so chill about it. You guys have no idea. I'm literally the most punctual person on the fucking planet. If I were them, I would have fired myself on the spot. Legitimately, I would have. I was so mortified. I would simply unalive if that happened to me. Exactly. You have no idea. And the funny thing is it's on stream. You can catch the moment. I realized this because it was on Farah's stream. It wasn't audible or anything. But I literally, so like I woke up at like, let's say 10 a.m. Okay. I woke up at 10 a.m. and Farah was doing her follow-thon. And this was the day after my follow-thon ended. Okay. So I was like, finally I get to rest. So because of the whole follow-thon and resting thing, I just completely slipped my mind. And so I joined Farah's stream like in the call, and I was also like sleeping too. I was like on the call, but I was also like sleeping, so I would like tune in every once in a while. It's when she was playing Disco Elysium. And then at 1:05, I was like, I literally at 1 o'clock I was like, okay, I should probably like get up, start waking myself up. So I reached over and I grabbed my Switch. I grabbed my Nintendo Switch, and I said, oh, I should go to work. I should go to work on Animal Crossing. And then immediately I was like, work! Oh, shit! I screamed that so loud just now. And I just... I was supposed to get there at noon, and it was 1:05. Literally, the worst thing that could possibly, like, I'm still so embarrassed. My only saving grace. You're embarrassed for me? You should be. I immediately texted them and said, oh my god, I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm coming in now. That's what I said. I immediately texted them that. So here's the thing. Here's my only saving grace, you guys. The reason they were going to have me come in on Thursday was because Thursdays are normally a really slow day for them. So they were going to have me come in on Thursday so that I could just, there would be no one there. I could just trade normally. They'd have time to trade me, okay? My only saving grace is that they were so busy that they couldn't have trained me anyways. I think that's the only reason they were chill with it. Because when they got there, they were obviously like, oh, that's fucked up that you got here late, but they didn't even chastise me or anything. Like, they didn't even say anything about it, really. The only thing they said was, we thought you were dead. Like, they're like, we thought you got into an accident. Because, I mean, it's so insane. It's so insane that you would be an hour and 15 minutes late for your first day on the job. And I was so... I apologized so effusively. My apologizing was also, to be honest, a little bit embarrassing. You also have job security from being the only manga expert in the area. A little bit, but not really. I mean, in the first place, though, it's not like I'm like a clutch employee, I wasn't there when it wasn't like me being there was, I mean, actually, you know what? For all I know, me not being there was someone else couldn't go home. I'm not really sure, but did I grovel? Not really, but I just told him, like, I literally told him, I was like, I'm so embarrassed, like, this is literally my worst nightmare. I'm so sorry. I didn't set my alarms because of the holidays. I just completely slept through it. That's what I said. Which is true. It's absolutely true. Because this was, like, just a couple days after Christmas. Prostrate on the ground like a medieval peasant before their lord. Now, my only saving grace, too, is that my manager... like right now is not the owner of the store. It's like the chill shift. I don't know what his job is, but the owner of the store is clearly like very serious, but this guy is like very not serious. I already knew that from like the minor amounts of stuff I had, me filling out the paperwork and coming in and talking with him. So yeah, but all things considered, the actual work itself, you guys, I have to learn a lot about comic books, you guys. I'm gonna have to be learning so much about comic books. I don't know anything about comic books. The way this place organizes their comic books requires that you know a lot about comic books. A lot. So I'm screwed. This is the praying one. They keep saying, oh, it's alphabetical, but it's alphabetical by the character most associated with the comic book. So that might not even be the main character of the comic book. What? What are you talking about? You could ask chat if you need help. Well, chat won't be with me on the job, unfortunately, but I can't ask my coworkers. They told me, they're like, yeah, obviously we know you don't know that much about comic books, so, you can ask us if you need help. Yeah. The truly embarrassing thing, though, is that it's a comic book store, and I'm a lady, And so obviously there's a whole thing about that. And so already, my very first shift there, someone was like, do you work here? And I'm like, yeah. But, because I could tell he was going to ask, like, a complicated question. And he asked me, and it was, in fact, a complicated question. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, I'm seething right now. What do you mean it's sorted by character? It's sorted by character. It's sorted by character. So, for instance, there's a Riddler series out right now. It's under Batman. Even though Batman, as far as I can tell, barely in it. I don't know if Joker would have his own section. That's insane. I'm inclined to agree with you. By the way, I found out... So I obviously only look at the manga section every time I'm there. And I had noticed a few times that their Kaguya volumes, half of them were under L and half of them were under K. And I was like, why the fuck is Kaguya-sama half under L and half under K? So, I realized finally when he said that, I was like, oh, because on the spine, Kaguya-sama, I thought you meant One Piece under L. No, okay, my only saving grace, you guys, is that, honestly, if the manga were sorted by character, I would be fine, but the manga is not sorted by character. Only the comic books. Only the thing I don't know about. The manga are sorted by just completely alphabetical. Just fully alphabetical. But the comic books are sorted by trade, like, issues, graphic novels, but the major publisher graphic novels are in one section, and the indie graphic novels, or the minor publisher graphic novels are in their own section. And then the bigger graphic novels are in their own. It's honestly so stupid, in my opinion. One Piece is under R for real. So anyways. What was I saying? Okay, Kaguya-sama. So half of them were under K and half of them were under L. And I was like, what the fuck's up with that? And I finally realized the reason is because on the spine, Kaguya-sama is small, and then Love is War is big, so they assumed that Kaguya-sama was like a subtitle, which it is. But actually, I'm gonna make a poll for this. Because I actually moved it based on my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. What would you call Kaguya-sama Love is War? Kaguya-sama Love is War. Genuine question. What would you call that series if you were shortening it or just talking about it normally? I don't think people... probably has to do with all the comic books having multiple characters that publishers think people want. Well, it's because you know, something will be called like for instance, Detective Comics. Detective would go under D, but it's a Batman story, so they put it under B with Batman. So it puts all of the the ones that were technically be like with the same character in the same place. Okay, so it's somewhat divisive. But I genuinely want your answer. Don't just copy me, because this is important. My job is on the line. No, it's really not. But okay. There is debate. There is debate happening. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta move this to be underneath the sash. No, not coat sash back. Coat sash front. There we go. And then we gotta mask it out to the sleeves. Like so. Yep. We gotta do the same thing with the other ones too. Whatever, we'll do it when we get there. We'll just do one arm at a time. I think if you're a fan of the series, you might look Kaguya's first, but if you're just browsing, it makes sense that it would be under Love is War. I'm inclined to agree, and the caveat here is that they only have like 2 random volumes of the series, so you would have to be a fan of the series to. Well, I think that if you were looking for it, you would be a fan of the anime. So if you're just watch the anime, would you call it Love is War or would you call it Kaguya-sama? Even the manga is sorted by anything at Barnes & Noble. I just assumed they were randomly shelved. Every Barnes & Noble I've ever been to had it alphabetical. Oh, the manga alphabetical, at least. I only ever go to the manga section. But maybe the Barnes & Noble you go to, they just don't like manga. Anime fans might think Love is War because of the opening. That's fair. I think technically speaking, Love is War would technically be the title, but just because of their system of putting it where people are looking for it, that in my brain, I always call it Kaguya-sama. And most people I've heard talk about it call it Kaguya-sama. But I do think that technically speaking, Love is War is the title. You'd think they would have it sorted by number? Well, they have it sorted by the full title is Kaguya-sama Love is War. Yeah, but when you see it stylized, they put the Love is War like very big. I don't know. It's definitely a debate to be had. I don't think I'm necessarily wrong for putting it in K's. And yeah. Japanese title also starts with Kaguya-sama? Yeah. When manga starts with the, does it go under T? No. They ignore the, you ignore the, you ignore all of those. I think that's pretty standard. Even in my, like, book app, it ignores the, I believe. Even when you do, what's it called, citations in, like, a essay, you ignore the when you're sorting them. But what always confused me was, like, weird ones, like, when or what. You know, like, they are extra words, but are they considered as part of the alphabet? The answer is yes, by the way. See here. Boop. So last night or yesterday, yes, yesterday, because today's the 3rd. How did that happen? What did I do yesterday? Oh, that's right, I went to the makerspace. I was like, I just completely lost yesterday. What happened? On the 1st, I watched the new Knives Out movie. And because of that, and then I watched, like, one Knives Out related video. And because of that, every single one of my video recommendations is Knives Out related. Which is funny. I bet it's also partly to do with my relation to Farah, too. Because, you know, of course, she was and is still really into Knives Out, so... But I finally watched Glass Onion, which is the sequel on Netflix. It was good. Not nearly as good as the original. I found the ending to be wholly unsatisfying, to be honest. I didn't feel... Maybe I need to rewatch it or something. It didn't feel... You know... It didn't feel like, oh my god, this is what we've been leading up to. So, yeah, I don't know. It's fine. He's gonna make more, I'm sure, and I'm gonna watch them and like them. I watched it with my mom, and she was like, I don't like mysteries. I'm like, okay, but just chill. Just watch this. And honestly, that one was barely a mystery, so. Compared to the other one. I watched a whodunit, as I should say. It's barely a whodunit. I watched a different Daniel Craig movie over the holidays. I finally watched 007. Yeah. You couldn't pay me to watch a James Bond movie, to be honest. Not anything wrong with them, just not my deal. Confirm? You should watch Columbo? I know you, of course, you want me to. I mean, I have nothing against Columbo or anything. But I just have so many things I need to watch, you know? I still need to watch the newest season of What We Do in the Shadows. I don't even know if I want to finish Mrs. Maisel. I started watching the newest season and was like, this is boring. But maybe it would pick up right after I stopped. I don't know. You know, I always get nervous about that. Isn't Murder on the Orient Express similar? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Of course. Isn't Columbo one of your shticks, Tom? I know how much you love Columbo. I know how much you love Columbo. I know what you are. I do have the sound redeem. You also retweet it a lot. You retweet Columbo a lot. A lot of Columbo gifs on my timeline because of you. I know what you are. Say it. Italian. Speaking of that, I watched a video essay yesterday. An interesting video essay. So I found a new YouTuber who does a lot of video essays like this. They do these video essays. To be honest, I find their video essays a little bit incohesive, simply in that they put forth a thesis statement, but I feel like they wander from that thesis statement a little bit too more than... Because the question that they're asking is very interesting, and I'm like, oh, I would like the answer to this thesis statement. And they just sort of wander around it. But anyways, so my point was that I watched a video essay about why are so many vampires Confederate soldiers? A question I have asked myself as well, and she did answer it. I did get an answer on that one. There was a definitive answer at the end, which felt good. But, I mean, not so perfectly definitive, but more definitive than some of their other video essays. And the answer is pretty much that, being on the side of a losing war is much more sad boy. And also, one of the first vampire, romances by Anne Rice featured the main vampire was a Confederate soldier. But even in that one, it wasn't like a good thing. A lot of like True Blood and all them, they just say it very non-charged. Oh yes, a Confederate soldier. I don't think I remember that from the history of the Civil War. Yeah, well. I don't remember there being so many vampires in my history books. True, me neither. But I learned a lot about Civil War. I mean, propaganda is the word. That is the word for it. These days, like how people frame the Civil War, to make it less politically charged, even though it certainly was. It's a war. Vampires in historical wars. Vampires in high school. Are there even vampires in space? Of course. Of course. Vampires everywhere. Why does my phone keep buzzing? Oh, my delivery is arriving tomorrow. I have a lot of things arriving today, actually. Ordered a ton of stuff. News also arriving tomorrow? Germa. Germa's coming back from his break tomorrow. I'm unwell. Unboxing stream? Nah. 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 It's boring. It's just, they're all boring stuff. Masks and mocap suits. But not for anyone in particular, just in case I want to do collabs. So I just got every size. Speaking of that exact thing, Rococo is increasing the prices of their gloves by like quite a bit soon. So I need to buy all of them. So I need to really push Live2D commissions soon because I'm fill up, I think, through February-ish. That sounds pricey. It is pricey. Each glove is at the current price $1,200. Well, like $1,300. So yeah, but they're gonna be going up to $1,500. So let's get this coin. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Oops, no, I don't want to cancel. So, but I've got some great commissions coming up right after, literally like tonight, or I might do a stream tonight. By the way, might do a stream tonight, starting on Fululu's model, which is a fantastic model. I'm so excited to work on it. It's so cute. I'm loving it. So excited to work on it. And then I got another model that'll be pretty quick. That I also need to start. But it's just been this guy. Just this guy. Non-stop. Every day. Rick and Morty. Forever. Okay. What should I eat for lunch? I've been trying to figure that out. Last night I ended up getting like McDonald's for dinner. Let's co-stream if you're up for it. Yeah, I have to start a little bit later than 8, but I'll be on at like 8:30. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe I'll work on yeah, let's do it. I think. Let me double check that. Get some Korean barbecue burrito? What the hell? You just say that like, oh yeah, just go down to the place and get the Korean barbecue burrito. I was actually just talking with the guy who runs the makerspace that I'm in yesterday. They did end up being open, by the way. What happened is it's just one guy who runs it. So I was like, hey, I had an appointment. Like, where are you? And he's like, oh, shoot. My bad. Yeah, I just forgot. Is basically what he said. So he came in. But, so he was just telling me yesterday, he was like, telling me about like the guy who quote unquote invented Korean Mexican fusion. I mean, I've heard of the fusion. I didn't know someone quote unquote invented it, although I doubt he really did, but he certainly popularized it. Apparently he's like a celebrity chef now. A Kogi truck and stuff. Is that the guy? Is that the guy this guy was talking about? Kogi. Is this the guy this guy was talking about? Roy Choi? Yep. Who gained prominence as the creator of the gourmet Korean Mexican taco truck. I bet it's this guy that he was talking about. There you go. I guess we were just talking about him yesterday. Because we were talking about, like, you know, this guy owns a makerspace. So he was talking about, you know, people who make a name for themselves from nothing by just having a great idea. Which is the dream, right? That's the American dream. I didn't see chat and heard hoagie truck. I was thinking, that's not fusion. You're right. Idea guy, eh? Yeah. Yeah, an idea guy, eh? We could end this poll. I've got a slight headache. I'm gonna run and grab some water really quick. Woo. Let me check my email really quick. I feel like every night I do not get any sleep even though I go to bed at a reasonable time and I wake up at a reasonable time. What's with that? Last night I went to bed at 11. I couldn't fall asleep until really late though. I think maybe I just have high anxiety these days. I think that's probably a fair assessment. I need to start going to bed even earlier. Hey Brandon, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. Time for a bath bomb. I don't like bath bombs. They just make my skin feel oily. But I do love a bath. I am a big bath gal. Love me a bath. Try to exercise or yoga before sleep to deplete all your energy. That's honestly great. See, I too am the same in that like exercise like really makes me want to fall asleep, like just tuckers me out. But my parents think I'm a liar. They're like, that's not how that works. That's not how a body works. I'm like, I don't know what to say about that. Sorry. You're the one who made me like this. You're the one who did this to me. Let's separate this out into two. Oh, it's only supposed to be one. It's just screwed up. completely delete this side. You just gotta finish all your work and then sleep for a week straight. See, that's every night when I'm like falling asleep, that's what I want to do. I want to just like keep working. Cause I'm like, I'm not even tired, right? But the thing is, I know if I don't get back on a normal sleep schedule, like, you know, I just feel like garbage if I don't wake up early in the morning. Let's go, Lua, Tua Lua. Dual stereo Lua cannot escape. Let's go. Sleep gummies? They don't work. Well, I melatonin doesn't work on me, but I do have what's it called? NyQuil. I do drink NyQuil sometimes, and that does work a little bit too well, and that's why I don't do it as often. Like, I don't do it that often. So yeah. But maybe I need to get back on the NyQuil train. I don't know. I have to just, the thing about NyQuil is I have to time it correctly, so I have to take it at like 8, and then it doesn't kick in until like 11. Which is weird. But it does work. Because NyQuil is literally just Benadryl. It's literally Benadryl. In fact, I have taken NyQuil as an antihistamine before because I didn't have any other antihistamines. I was having this like weird reaction. It was really weird. It was like in my mouth and it was almost like a rash. And I was like, this is super weird. I need an antihistamine. And then I didn't have one. And so I just drank NyQuil. It worked. Absolutely worked. Okay, that's the prayer bead. I think this is a shadow. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oops. What the heck? Casually drinks a glass. Not that much. Oh god, no. I take like a tablespoon. A tablespoon of NyQuil is good for me. A little tiny shot, a small shot, quarter of a shot. Lua getting turned on lean. What do you think lean is? Lean's not NyQuil. I mean, what isn't lean? Lean. Drug. Purple drank. It's made with codeine. Come on, it's codeine. Codeine is it's a painkiller. Lean's NyQuil and soda? No, it's not. Lean is an illicit substance made with codeine containing cough syrup, soda, hard candy, and occasionally alcohol and the antihistamine promethazine, which is not NyQuil. None of those things are NyQuil. Just because it's purple doesn't mean it's NyQuil. Yeah, no, it's definitely something harder. They're not small children getting high on cough syrup. I mean, they a little bit are. But the reason, I don't know. I know too much about lean. Lean is literally one of the most expensive drinks, one of the most expensive drugs that you can take. Literally one of the most expensive. And the reason is because it's all codeine. The codeine part is like crazy expensive and very hard to get because it's a controlled opioid. So it's okay to drink NyQuil and soda as long as there's only a little tiny bit of NyQuil, probably. Yeah. Your body's not gonna like the mixture of caffeine and antihistamine, though. I will tell you that. Your body will not enjoy that part. But yeah, did you guys know that lean, despite being like a hood drink, is like literally one of the most, well, it was, at least that's how it started. It's one of the most expensive drugs. Okay, I think I got them all. Now we just gotta put all the sleeves. Oh, no, I didn't get this. I didn't, oh yeah, I did, okay. So now we put all of the sleeves in a sleeve, how do I say this? Actually, do you guys think I could? No, I shouldn't. I can't, I shouldn't. So I'm wondering if I could copy the physics deformers for a different sleeve, but I don't think I can. Sleeve fizz. Just like so. Okay, and then, so the weird thing is these like, so this is what I'm trying to figure out what to do about this. So obviously these hands need to stay together. So I'm kind of thinking that we just put the hands in their own deformer and then actually glue this to the hand, like have this separate in like its own glue. Maybe that's what I'll do. So here's what we do. We do this, we glue them together, bind. We have this one for the hand. We move all the hand stuff to its own deformer. So we move both of these hands to a deformer right here in the middle. Just call this prayer hands. They're gonna be outside the shoulders and everything. Oops, nope. We just gotta find all the rest of the stuff to put in here. So many folders. The number of folders in this model is insane. We gotta put this thing there. We gotta put all these things there, actually. We finally delete this orb deformer, which is just a placeholder. We need this one. This glue here. And did we get that? We sure did. We don't need that stuff probably. Maybe. And then we have this move separately from everything else. So now when we move, obviously it's gonna get really screwed up. But that's fine. Incredible. The one thing he said he really wanted was when he looks down, he wants the hands to come up. Like that. And so obviously, in kind of Live2D rules, you gotta do everything the opposite in the opposite direction. So good. That's good. So now what we gotta fix here is this. Why is that doing that? Oh, I must have these reversed. Here. This goes here. And that goes there. There we go. I didn't grab the back of the sleeve either. So So we'll make one. We'll make some deformer that just covers this whole sleeve too to make it a little bit better. Make it really big. Or picking snows. Don't be silly. This should actually encompass even more than that. Also, I forgot to, you know. I forgot to put all the rest of the stuff in here. Then we go like this. Nope, wrong. What did I just do? There we go. Distort. There you go. There's this shadow here that's completely screwed up. I'm not even fully sure where this is supposed to expected to go. I kind of want to just keep it here but make it lighter because it's quite dark. And obviously the arm is like sticking out here weirdly, but that's fine because I have a thing here that just like shortens it up. I need to make one that like, or maybe I'll just change this actually. Like that. Like show. Less than ideal, but acceptable. Because you gotta remember, these are like hands that you'll almost never see too. So it's like, you gotta put a proportional amount of work into them, I think, at a certain point. Make them look good, but they don't need to be the greatest things the world has ever seen. Also, I think this is still slightly wrong. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, sure, why not? Okay. Maybe I'll have the sleeve change a little bit more in this too. Okay. Gotta do a lot of same stuff on the other side too. Oh, I haven't even done the masking on the shadows too. Okay, let's do that. I think all of these are just masked to the sleeve. Can't even see them. Honestly, I'm just gonna delete these shadows. You literally cannot see them. I don't think there's a single pixel of them showing. And then this is that weird one, right? Is it? What is this? What is this? Oh, I have it. Maybe I have this one masked to the wrong thing. Oh, I understand what this is now. This is supposed to be masked to this. Right? I think? Just gotta shave his head. You know, I really thought I should give him a shaved head emote. I really thought I should. Should we look at what his hair looks like if I just take off all this, if I just make it short? I mean, that's like doable, right? Some of it's a little wonky. You cannot escape. Why was okay sad emoji marked like hidden? Put 6 dots and you got Krillin. True. The hair shadow being a head tattoo is kind of neat. I don't think that's the intention, but that'd be interesting for sure. Oh, my head. Why do I have a headache? I usually have a headache for a reason, but like I didn't drink enough caffeine yet, or like today, recently, or getting sick. There's no way I'm getting sick. Who would I have gotten sick from? I refuse to believe I'm getting sick. Could be sleep, but I feel like I'm getting enough sleep. I just feel like I can't get up in the morning. But maybe that's my body telling me I'm not getting enough sleep. You know what? Maybe that's my body telling me I'm not getting enough sleep. Sugar crash from the Wheaties? I don't get sugar crashes though. Actually, my mom gets really, really bad. My mom's blood sugar is like so screwed up. Blood like blood, not blood sugar, like blood pressure? I don't know. But she'll eat something and then she'll take a nap and then she'll wake up and eat something because she's like and then yeah, it's just so wacky. I need more sleep. I went to bed at like 10 last night. I went to bed so early, but of course I couldn't sleep. But even then, I felt like I actually fell asleep way earlier than I normally, like way faster than I normally do. So, I don't know. Pressure? Like stress? Maybe. Yeah, it could be. I also think it could be like, because I feel like it definitely feels like what's it called, a tension headache. I get a lot of tension headaches, which is where like your neck is actually screwed up and it's causing you a headache. Because even right now as I'm massaging my neck, it makes my head feel a little better. So maybe it's just like my posture right now. It's time to learn to love caffeine. I already love caffeine. But my body doesn't love caffeine. Maybe my body loves caffeine. You know, I'm gonna rephrase that. My body loves caffeine too much. Too much. Too much. My body loves it too much. And it just absorbs it all in one go. And then also drip feeds it to me for like a week straight. But I am gonna have... Yeah, that's part of what I was trying to figure out. Oh shoot, let me put my Coke... Did I put my Coca-Cola in the freezer? I'll be right back. I did in fact already put my Coca-Cola in the freezer, so we're good on that front. Nice and frosty Coke. Also, I will say though, that could be the weather. It's really cold and I'm... Maybe that's making my body feel bad. Maybe I need to put on a sweater. Could very well be the case. But yeah, it was really funny. The other day I had put a Coke in the freezer like in the morning, and I kept thinking that it hadn't really been that long, and I almost still believe that. I don't feel like that Coke was in the freezer that long, but apparently the Coke was in the freezer way too long because I was making dinner, and I heard a tss, and I was like, that can't be good. So I was like, immediately I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the Coca-Cola in the freezer, and I caught it immediately, and so it didn't actually spray that much. I still haven't really cleaned it up. It didn't really spray that much. Apparently it had frozen so much that it had bulged the can out, and in bulging the can out, it had like created a little hole, so it was like all spurting out from that one little hole. Yeah, all the carbonation. I like it explosively cold, correct. I love my Coca-Cola explosively cold. Yum 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 yum. But yeah, it looks like they're making Coke cans weaker again, unfortunately. Those bastards. They were making them stronger for a time. I swear I didn't have many exploding ones at all, but maybe I just got better at, you know, not leaving it in the freezer for like 9 hours. Is it me who is wrong? No, it is the children who are wrong. Okay, and this needs to be masked to this. There we go. Y'all ever made soda popsicles before? Underwhelming. I actually haven't, and I would assume they are underwhelming. Yeah, there's a reason. Once you freeze the Coke completely, it loses all its sweetness. I think it's because I'm not really sure. I feel like the part with all the syrup and the flavor doesn't actually freeze, so it just like pools down at one point. Used to make fruit juice for popsicles. Yeah, see that's the normal way to do it, and I think we used to do that too. Shadow. Did this one have a shadow? Oh yeah, this one had a shadow. Did I have it actually masked to anything? Coat upper arm. I think this is actually not supposed to be coat upper arm. I think this is supposed to be like pant leg. What is this supposed to be masked to? I don't know. I genuinely don't know what this is supposed to be masked to. I don't even think the original art file would help me, but I can check. Let's see. Make a Coke float? I've done that. Yeah, a Coke and ice cream. Honestly, you know, obviously, like, root beer and ice cream is the ideal. But Coke and ice cream is really not that bad at all. It's actually pretty good. You know, everyone always talks about Pilk, Pepsi and milk. I genuinely think that Moke might be where it's at. Is that what Pilk would be? Pilk, no. Kilk. Coca-Cola milk. Kilk. I think Kilk might be where it's at. Pilk is just a failed float, true. Not wrong. You know, to this day, I haven't actually tried a proper Pilk. The Pilk that I tried was actually a Pegnog. It wasn't Pilk, it was Pegnog. I want to try Kilk now, though. Coca-Cola milk. Although, doesn't Coca-Cola have so... Isn't it so acidic that it just sort of, like, the milk doesn't really mix in it with it? Am I still remembering that? That it, like, will, like, curdle the milk almost? Yikes, that doesn't sound good. You used to make Coke floats after you're shifted in and out. Ooh, okay, like, see, here's the thing. In A&W really, like, was completely correct when they decided to make root beer floats out of soft serve. A soft serve float is better than any, like, scoop float. And you can't really make soft serve at home, right? So, is it Coke curds? Okay, but, like, cheese curds sounds so good right now. I want cheese curds now. Where do I even get cheese curds? There's no A&Ws. Ah! I don't know where to get cheese curds. I used to get cheese curds from A&W. Where A&Ws are rare. I don't know where to get cheese curds. There's a place near you called The Croft. Oh, interesting. What do they serve? They got Loco Moco Poutine. Oh, interesting. Poutine. I love poutine. What was I doing? Oh, right. I was looking at Ritz's original file. Ritz.psd. I don't know what I'm trying to look at because there's no way it's gonna be actually set up right here. Right now I'm trying to check what layer the PB sleeve outer front shadow is supposed to be connected to. PB sleeve outer front shadow. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I really overcomplicated this. It goes... It's masked to this. There we go. There we go. You actually eat at A&W? I've always seen that place empty. A&W actually is really good. A&W has the best charred burgers. They have great cheese curds. Obviously, you can get an A&W root beer float. A&W is really good. A&W is so good. So what's the word? Appreciated. A&W is so underappreciated. It's really good. Love A&W as a restaurant. And you get, my mom always gets chili cheese dogs. So good. So good. That's what I used to get too. I used to get, on my way to like my violin lesson. Oh, God. I would get a chili cheese dog and some cheese curds. If I was being good, I'd get some cheese curds. The best. Goated. Okay, let's see here. So now we gotta do all this stuff on the other side too. A&W sleeper hit. The sleeper hit from like 1940. God, they're actually one of the oldest restaurants, I think. I need to double check that, but yeah. A&W. Founded? 1919! 1919! A&W was founded in 1919. This year my grandpa was born. 1919. Great Depression, World War II. My grandpa's seen it all. Saw it all. And then he was 100% healthy up to the week that he died. He had an aortic embolism, which is where your heart explodes. People usually only live like a few hours. He lived long enough for them to take him to the hospital, diagnose him, and then say, I want to die at home. They took him home. He lived another week, long enough for everyone to fly out and say goodbye. And then he passed peacefully in his own home. That's how I want to go. At like 95, he died. 95, my grandpa died from aortic embolism. Peacefully in his own home. Absolute Chad. That's what going through World War II and the Great Depression will do. Absolute legend. Genuinely, if I had a choice on how to die, that's how I would do it. Not today, Grim Reaper. Maybe like in 5 days after everyone said goodbye to me. But yeah. Good stuff. Good genes on that side of my family. Other side of my family, extremely bad genes. So I think I'll average out to a very normal life. Well, not extremely bad, but just like, you know, normal, average. But also a lot of diabetes. Oof. Oof. I am at risk. I am at risk. Okay. We'll just rig all this side and then flip it over. And I know I changed this for the movement, but I want to unchange it. Because I realized that I want to be able to flip this, and I won't be able to do that if it's changed, so. If the default is changed. Plot twist, your grandpa's body died earlier. His soul just refused to leave his body. You know what? That's fine with me. Chill with me. Go ahead. Like some sort of mortuary assistant issue? Go ahead. Sure, why not? You know, it's my grandpa. He's not gonna do nothing. Is he gonna do golf me to death? Oh, I just realized this is in the wrong space anyways. Let's reflect that. There we go. Okay, we gotta change this now too. So we gotta copy that. Make it a hand. Then we gotta glue them together. Move the hand into the hands. One. Move some of this stuff into the hands. Move the hand into the hand, which is apparently not in the hand right now. Oh, no, it already is. Okay, good. What if we just delete that? Oh, fine, I'll do it. Okay. Move that into the hands. What's all this then? Oh, it's a shadow for the sleeve, I guess. Okay. And then we got to glue that, not glue, mask that down to the sleeve. We should do that on the other side too. I forgot to do that. There we go. That makes way more sense than whatever I was doing before. Is everything where it needs to be? Seems like it. Seems like it. So now when we go like that, I'll glue this bad boy. There we go. And then we won't worry about the sleeve because we're just going to copy the one from the other side. Ah, that looks wonk. Let's fix that. Slightly better. This looks wonky here. Sure, sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then I'm gonna do a bunch of physics stuff. So this is gonna be here. Hello! How you doing? I hope you're well. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so tired though. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of sleep. I don't know what that's all about. We're just working on Ritz here. Jeez. Ritz, the name of this VTuber. Great model, very complicated. We're finishing it up. We're doing some hand toggles. He wants it so that when he looks down, his hands move up. Take a nap? I don't take naps, to be honest. They make me feel worse. Naps kind of make me feel worse. This model should be my magnum opus. I don't think so, actually. I honestly still feel like my Maisel and Molly models are my magnum opus currently. We should just have this sleeve change position. It should go like that. She already made a Magniopus. I did. Yep, yep. I already made my Magniopus. Hey! Hey, Magmites! Haha! Nope, that's the wrong thing. Why am I doing this? Changing just whatever. It's actually, no wait, this is actually a very bad idea. What am I doing? I should make this a deformer, obviously. Body. Maggie Mouse. It's only a matter of time before he does that bit, honestly. What happened there? Oh, I didn't delete it. There we go. Magmo's World. Yeah, that stuff. It was really funny how many people came into my follow-a-thon and were like, I loved your Magmo's World thing. Someone re-uploaded it to Twitter or YouTube. I'll show you. Magni reaction to Magmo Reel. It has 23,000 views. And I replied to it. I have no likes on my reply. Can you guys go Can you guys go like my reply? Oops. It just says OMG a hit tweet. You know, I uploaded it on YouTube already. But they just ripped it. It's fine. It's okay. I know, it's a clip channel. That's what they do. But the fact that they didn't even credit me, and even the tweet source is just the link to Magni's tweet. Exhausting. The Twitter one has like 50k views, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. My tweet has plenty of views, but I'm just saying, it's not like many of that was a conversion. Consider it a blessing that they didn't crop out your Twitter handle. That's true. That's true, but I don't know. I always go out of my way to link everything. Oh, it's a cute little dog. Oh. Clippers are the worst? I mean, there's nothing wrong with clippers inherently. Stuff like this is why people aggress. I mean, even a watermark. See, that's like a watermark wouldn't have been any better than what they did, which was that they did credit me in the video itself, but there's no way in hell people are gonna like search like, oh, who's this Lua Lucky fellow? Let's go find her. You know? Lua rich off exposure bucks, exactly. I'm so rich in exposure, you have no idea. So that's why I always try to link. And when I do collabs, I always put the other people I'm collabing with links like before mine even. Cause I'm like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just very conscious of these kinds of things. This looks really weird, but don't worry, we'll fix it. The question is how? Lua wants all the credit. I mean, I made the puppet. I want some credit. Your Gura meme was stolen and reviewed by Gura with no source in sight. Oh. Did she do a Gura meme review and she didn't source anybody? That's unfortunate. Oh, stolen by someone else. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I was gonna say, don't Hololive gals usually source people because they're nervous about stuff like that? Yeah, that's highly unfortunate. It now has 5 likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's the Gabrielle Giselle me. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't see it. I'm not gonna look for it right now. Your favorite caption on Instagram is credit to the artist. I know. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. This reminds me of when Mousy did the heart rate stream and someone clipped it and all the comments were like, "Wow, Mousy, you're a genius. That's so clever." Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it do be like that. It do be like that. I did remember seeing a comment from someone we know, I think, who was like, "Oh, that's," or maybe not, someone that like, "That's Tom's thing. You could get it here." But yeah, credit's a weird thing. Credit's a weird thing, especially in this space. Oh, my headache. It has reached my cranium. What time is it? I gotta go at 1:30, so I think, let me double check that number. Yep, 1:30. Especially when it comes to tools, there's not like a culture around crediting tools. Although I did see a tweet thread recently that was like, "Hey VTubers, what tools do you use?" And everyone was very good about giving credit there. Mostly because, you know, they needed to find the tools, but yeah. I actually bookmarked that thread because I'm like, I just quickly scrolled through it and I was like, oh, there's a lot of stuff here I've never seen before. So I will catalog this in my brain for future. Unregistered Hypercam 2 watermark intensifies. Oh my god. You just gave me an idea. Oh no! That's fully a bit stolen from German, but I'm still gonna write it down. Let's see, stream ideas. I love when people roll into the VTS Discord and complain about the watermark. That's funny. Maybe they don't understand how... I will say, the payment system is very confusing for VTube Studio. Even I didn't fully understand it and ended up paying for it, paying for the webcam stuff when I didn't need to. Time will tell when coders figure out that capture searches can find original owners and apply that to YouTube. I don't know what that means. It looks weird because the base one is off, but I think once I fix it, it'll be okay. So let's do physics. the most annoying part of this whole thing, which I'm gonna have to do another 3 times, by the way. Pain Pecco. Actually, I'm gonna cut this into 2 pieces because when I skin it, it's gonna freak out. So... delete. Come on, delete. Delete. There we go. And then you just put a little deformation path on it. And then skin. Use deformation path for skinning. Nice, nice, nice. Let's put all of these in their own deformer, because that's how it's going to be anyways. Beans! I spelled beads wrong. I think at some point people will make an image author searchable with database tools, kind of like Content ID. That actually exists already, but it is how do I explain this? It's made, it's you know how like you there's a way, there are people, well, I don't know how automatic it is, but there are people who are literally paid by, like, for instance, Shutterstock to go around YouTube and see if they have any people using Shutterstock images without a license. Which I find to be very interesting. I believe I learned that in a Tom Scott video. Probably his copyright video where he's like, YouTube's copyright isn't messed up, the world's is, which is true. You can take a screenshot and save an image and search it in Google Images. No, but it's a YouTube thing. Like, or I don't know how automatic it is, but I would not be surprised, yeah. Exactly. Actually, did you know that, I don't know if they do this anymore, but big music companies used to pay people to go to all the live music events that they could. And if that live music event played a song that was licensed by them without permission, they would then, like, you know, live played a song, you know, performed a song, then they would slap them with a cease and desist or like a licensing agreement kind of thing. And my violin teacher used to be one of these people where she would just go out to live venues and find out if anyone was covering songs they didn't have the licensing to. Which is pretty funny to me, at least. Shutterstock copyright trolling? Yeah, basically. Yeah, copyright troll. Well, okay. I should note that the word copyright troll, to me, refers to someone who... Maybe I'm thinking of like a patent troll. Maybe that's different. Okay, maybe think of patent troll. Do you guys know what patent trolls are? They're people who just patent anything they can think of, and then if someone creates something even slightly similar, they sue them. And that's all they do. That's their entire job. There's a lot of people like this. That sounds like she was really nice. She knew it was when she was like a student and she couldn't pay for school and stuff like that. No, she was really nice. She was really fun. Believe me, my violin teacher was really one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. This was just like a school gig. Imagine a kid playing their favorite song in school. No, not kids. Like coffee shops. Apparently. I think that's what she said. It's been a long time since she told me this story, too. Skinning. Coffee shop cease and desist. Yeah, I mean that's she told it as like she was not like she was proud of it or anything. Obviously. I mean, she's a musician. You know, it's stupid. She's a musician. She knows how stupid it is, you know. A professional musician. Oops, cancel. A dark past, yeah. I actually pay for a subscription to a service where I can just use their like collection of sounds and music, and then I attach my accounts to it, and then hypothetically they won't hit me with a copyright strike, but actually they frequently do, and then I'm like, I have the license to use this, and then I have to file a complaint. And it usually gets solved very quickly, by the way, but it is kind of annoying. Yeah. Also, you know what's happened before? Is I've gone on YouTube and found like copyright-free sounds. Like royalty-free sound, like yeah. So it's like, you can use this on YouTube. And then I use it, and then you know what happens? I get struck for, because some TV program also used that sound. They're like, you're using the sound from the TV program. And I'm like, I'm obviously not. Like, this is the sound of rain. That happens to me a lot too, actually. And yet here we are with Animal Crossing. That's why I actually, until literally this stream, I didn't really use Animal Crossing on YouTube at all. So, let's see here. Oops. I need to delete all these. Do you remember the fat rat getting copyright struck on their own video? I don't know who that is, so no, I don't remember that. This kind of sounds like when people take credit for work they didn't do, like when people claim songs they didn't. Yeah, it's kind of similar to that. In before, we have to make our own music in the ultrasonic frequency for streams. Oh my god. Sometimes I think that maybe that is how some amount of copyright ID works, but oh my god. Do you guys have Tumblrs? Because the number of bot follows I've been getting recently is actually insane. I get like 10 bot follows a day. It's crazy. Oh, Toby Fox came on my recommended on Tumblr. Okay, so anyways, here's the Lua Lucky patented technique. Start with Y. Come on. Oh, it's auto-saving. There we go. How long is it now before you can curse in a YouTube video? Infinite. You can't curse in YouTube videos. They have widened their policy. You can't really curse at all. He got his song copyrighted by another company even though he made it. Oh, yeah, that's pretty common these days on YouTube. It's kind of insane. Desynthesize. And we make it look good on the corners. Actually looks perfect. Whee! The only issue is that this thing should be above. There we go. Same with this thing. Time to curse in conlang. I actually want to learn Tokipona really bad. I would like to learn Tokipona. I want to do a Tokipona learning stream. I don't know when though. YouTube really needs to just make a separation of ad sources that do and do not care about cursing. They do. They already do that. Yeah, I have no explanation. But basically, they're gonna start age restricting people who curse. Is basically the difference. Tokipona sounds so cool. Yeah, I follow a lot of Jan Miseli, so I actually every time one of their like what's it called? The actual video comes out. I watch it religiously. A new Tokipona lesson video. But they come out pretty slowly, so. Okay, we've done the Y. Now we've done do the X. Prayer beads X. Why are there like 6? Oh, that's right, because the last 2 are actually for the other thing. Okay. You gonna go to lunch, see ya, Billin? Have a good lunch. How many languages do you know? I'm currently learning a new language. Spoken languages, 1. Maybe 1 and a 0.1 because I took a year of Japanese. But that's it. If you're talking about like coding languages, frick. I don't count the coding languages, at least as like a spoken language. Let's see. Java, Python, C++, C. And there's like a bunch of kitty ones that I don't really count. C#, 5. Okay, I'm fluent in 5. Fluent in 5 programming languages. Well, fluent is a strong word, but the thing is, I don't really think about programming languages like that because I can pick up a new programming language very quickly because that's just how our school taught us. So I don't really ever think about it much. At least like that. The Wikipedia page of Tokipona has a very obvious Amogus on it. Good. That sounds about right. Sounds like Tokipona. Okay, there we go. Synthesize these corners. I think we're gonna have to actually change all this stuff soon, but whatever. Because I think this one actually needs to be 2, so let's change it to 2 right now. Hand bead fizz 2, hand bead fizz 3. There we go. And because we only have room for 1 more anyways, so. I know both Swedish and English, and you're learning Japanese. You're also fluent in programming, yeah. The Wikipedia page of Tokipona has a very... Okay, we were just talking about that. It's also that thankfully a lot of the languages do have some similarities between them. If you know your way around IntelliSense and API documentation, then you're set. Oh, speaking of, I also know Mel, which is Maya's language that I think they actually already are starting to phase out because Python was better anyways. Maybe not though, because I remember when I was using Mel, when I was doing a lot of Maya tools programming, like, obviously you want to use Python whenever you can because Python is just infinitely better than their weird freaking scripting Mel scripting language, but the problem was that there was some things that they just never converted into Python, which is crazy. Prayer beads X, at least at the time. This was years ago. Any CUD, any kata? I don't know what kata is. Haskell was super fun to learn. This one can't even move much because of the hands. Oop, I moved it wrong. NVIDIA GPU language? Oh god, that sounds like a lot of fun. Oops, 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 oops. What did I just do? Oh god. You've done GLSL at HLSL, but I've not had a NVIDIA card. Ugh. I did like a brief amount of GLSL in school. So I'm not a graphics programmer. Happy for graphics programmers, couldn't be me. Happy for graphics programmers pay more like it. Okay, let's reflect that. It's not great, but it's fine. Shader code is super fun. So I've heard. And I've watched a couple. I mean, shader code looks fun, and I have considered. I've tried shader programming, and I've considered a lot in school. I tried it a lot in school because I took a graphics class, but I've considered like writing my own shaders. And I've thought about how I would implement it. That's why I only use node-based. Fair enough. And yeah, I mean, most of my projects I've done outside of school too, but we're just not talking about those, are we? We're talking about shaders and shit that I don't even do. I'm a gameplay programmer. What do you want from me? You know what I do? Someone says, I want a gun, and I want it to have aim assist, and I also want it to explode when you use it. And I say, okay, thank you very much. I will go do that now. That was my job. You know, that was my job. The designers, they say, I want to do this. And I say, okay, that's not possible. How about this? And they're like, okay, fine. Fine. Fine, I'll let you do that. Okay, let's see here. Prayer beads Z. Yeah. I was like, does this need a Z? Yes, it does. What did I just do? It just didn't make it. Cool, love that. Prayer beads Z. You're working on your own tool for others and the first time having a GitHub repo with 30 stars. Nice. Why would you want the gun to misfire when you use it? I don't know. I'm just giving an example. Also, it's not a misfire. It just explodes. Maybe you can throw the gun and then it explodes, you know? I don't make up the ideas. I just do them. Because game design. Exactly, exactly. Why do they want anything to happen? Why do they want this game to happen? I don't know. Not my job. And I think a lot of people, when they go into games, they're upset by that lack of autonomy, but I'm honestly perfectly fine with it. I was perfectly fine with that lack of autonomy. I literally couldn't care. I cared about, like, the general, like... How do I explain? Even as a game designer, I question, like, my peers' game designer. Yeah, I think that no one's more critical of game design than game designers. Well, which, you know, makes sense. Oh, shoot. Sorry, having a brain blast. Anyways, I mean, not to say I didn't also, honestly, I had plenty of autonomy at my job. I could easily be like, I don't think that's a good feature. I think that feature won't make sense with this other feature. That didn't really ever happen. Well, maybe once. But... Made some games, but I find it really hard to keep motivation. Oh, you know what's a good motivation? Pay. I worked at a big studio, so yeah. That's a pretty good motivation. Until I was laid off. Barp, barp. Which all happened somewhat recently. Actually, that's... Oh, shoot! I actually have to go in a minute because that's literally what I was about to say, is that I do anime lunch with some of my old coworkers on Tuesdays. We're watching Mob Psycho 100. Please don't tell them I've already watched it. I couldn't help myself. I had to... We waited so long that even though we're on episode 4, the series is over. Is that good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's do these two really quick. Anime lunch sounds awesome. It's fun. It's pretty fun. We rarely end up properly watching the anime because we end up just talking. Come on. Your coworkers are gonna think I have precognition. Yep. Hell yeah, I do. I think probably some of them have already watched it too, to be honest. Who knows if we're even gonna watch it today. Reflect. There we go. There's some 3D. See that? Now I just gotta do this tricky thing. Watch this. So, unfortunately, using draw order to change the order of the hands right now would be rough. Really, really rough. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna have it switch here. Gonna need to switch a lot faster than that. So look at that. So now the hands switch the order that they're shown in as he moves across. Do you see that? Nice. Did I say Thursday? No, it's Tuesday right now. It's Tuesday for me. Obviously, we gotta do a lot of work on these. Anyways. Ugh, I gotta go. I'll probably stream on Twitch at 8:30 tonight. 8:30 PST tonight. If you're not following me on Twitch, go hit the follow button in the description of this video. I have no idea what day of the week it is. Sometime after New Year's. I mean, literally me right now, to be honest. I actually forgot that tomorrow even existed when I was trying to plan my week. So I'll be streaming on Twitch a lot tomorrow too. But I gotta finish this by the end of the day. So tomorrow we'll be working on the new Live2D project, which is very exciting. I'm very excited about that. Twitch, yeah. Thanks you guys for coming. I spelled case wrong in the title of this. Or cause. Because Twitch is broken. There we go. And I'll see you guys. I'll do some more streams on YouTube, I think. I've been neglecting YouTube a lot, so I'll do some more streams on YouTube. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.